First and foremost, I want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Hopefully this lesson is edifying. And
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, Alas, for that day is great, so that it is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of.
Well, it's gonna be some times.
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
It's gonna be, they're gonna keep implementing different shutdowns. Just to begin, I think they brought it back, so the shutdown and stuff like that. But it's gonna be some times. So, well, basically, the times are coming where you're gonna be unexpectedly getting hit by things and getting you comfortable on the calm before the storm. Oh, okay, yeah. So if they say it again, you won't trust it because it didn't happen today. So it's like it's really it's really a preparation and a scare situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a gradualist reform. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna go like stop, boom, but they be prepared. It's time to prepare for this stuff going on.
And these devils like to use that double speak shit. So they have said in a way to make everything sound cool, like, oh, we're just extending it. It's just like Jake. When Jake go to court and they say, all right, we're going to continue, nigga, you still got to deal with it. But the fact that, it's continue, it put everybody in that relaxation and that comfortability mode.
What's the saying? Kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
And you still gonna have to motherfucking deal with the situation.
What's gonna happen is just they just knocked it back a little bit.
Same thing with these motherfuckers.
Because the solution ain't it's a problem.
Exactly.
The solution, they're not bringing out no solution. They just making up deals so they can stretch it. They stalling.
Same thing they do when they print more money out. All right, shit, we need they emergency print a whole bunch of money, shut it out, but it's just building up a bigger problem. And eventually that bubble gonna bust.
Putting itself more and more debt. Like the banks
devaluing the dollar.
Like the banks be having to go to the Federal Reserve to get their money and shit like that. And if it's ever chaos, they just fuck it. We just deal with it later on. But you put yourself more and more in debt.
Sweep it under the rug.
I got something on. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child. Travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah, so these devils gonna say, they're gonna make it seem all calm until it's too late for your ass to react to it, man. I mean, it's all good. It's all good, buddy. Stay home. Just keep your guards down, man.
We made a deal. We made a deal in Congress, so don't worry about it.
You don't need to
handle it.
What's the point of stocking up on waters? We're always gonna have some damn
pretty much to put your guard down.
Yeah. And if you're smart enough, they gave you a slight of what's to come.
Yeah,
warning.
A warning. They gave you a slight warning, like, okay, no, we ain't gonna do it just yet. So that was your warning, Jake. That was you niggas' warning right there.
That's right, Precept. Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time. See, we see in the time. We see in the warnings that they we're gonna stall this time. It's gonna happen. We seeing it, so we preparing. We want to get. We want to get close to the Spirit as best we can. Take time for the Lord as best we can. Be fruitful and be a vessel to wake up the elect as best we can. And tighten up. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to wake up out of sleep. People ain't seeing this. They like getting conditioned. This is a form of conditioning. This is a form of Esau's witchcraft. They conditioning the people. No. I know you scared. I know we put it out there. You scared, but we ain't gonna do. We gonna stall it out. Just relax. Worry about your life.
Yep.
Keep on being a nigga. Keep on being a bigot or whatever the hell you're doing in the world. But it just to be continued. Like I said, that's what the judge does. Continue. But we still gonna charge you with 40 years. Exactly. It's gonna continue. Take them back. But it's and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. And what did the Lord say? That when He's near, when He's coming, these things are going to happen. We got earthquakes, we got floods, we got famine on the brink, we got men frightened already, we got suicides high rates, we got high rates of depression, we got high rates of all this stuff. We got volcanoes, black women dying. We got all this stuff that the Lord said these are the signs of when the end is come.
No,
We got unthankful people. We got boasters. We got proud. We got all this stuff that's in Timothy's. You know, we got all of this stuff going on. So for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So we watching it. So we got to know that salvation is near. So we got to be prepared. We got to be acceptable men for that salvation, because it's finna get cracked.
So this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "For the vision is set for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak." Yeah, in that vision, all right, that it's the time of seeing the downfall of this place, man.
That's right.
You know, seeing all the hell break loose, you know, the dollar collapsing, as the brother was just speaking on. It says, "And lie it though it tarry, wait for it." All right, you go into that word tarry, you just mean a delay. All right, that's crazy. You know, it's just a delay.
They delayed it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's still going to come. It says, but it will surely come and will not tarry. So it's surely going to come, man, because that's part of prophecy. You know, seeing these things come, you know? So yeah, you got it out.
No, definitely though, man. You know, we just gotta constantly prepare ourselves, man, for what's to come, and understand that it has to come to fulfill the prophecies after. You know,
Pray for more wisdom and pray for more knowledge.
kind of Lord giving us the kingdom. You know, we getting the hell out this wicked place. This is John 16:20, and it says, "This is real letter. This is Hawashah speaking. He say, very, very, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrows shall be turned into joy." So you know, we're gonna get into a time where it's gonna be in weeping. We finna be in weeping, man. It's gonna be a very, very much sorrowful spirits around, man. You know, for those who didn't hearken into the voice of Yahweh Shemel shall not doing the work.
They're gonna be
You know,
trying to steal from you. They're gonna be trying to do all types of
It says, "A woman, when she is in travail, have sorrow because her hour is to come." So like her hours is come. So meaning, as a man, look, the people who is not hearkening to the voice of the prophets, which is, you know, the voice of the Lord, man, the hour is to come of Jacob's trouble, man. What, you know, it's shit finna get real, and everything we've been prophesying is gonna be put in your face, man. The Lord is gonna test you of all your words. It says, "But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembered no anguish for joy that a man is born into the world." So you look, yeah, you know, we finna go into this test trial from Yahweh Shemel Shah to, of course, you know, uplift us and make us more holy people, man. You know, separate from this place. But after that, we ain't gonna be worried about this shit no more. You know, we not gonna be in here thinking about Esau and his, you know, coming down with his great wrath, because it's gonna be done, and we gonna rejoice because what's next, man? You know, our Lord Yahweh Shah gonna come back and, you know, Lord willing, you know, save us out of this place.
That hour of temptation is coming. Because think, look, we got all these mass shopliftings, and that hour, you know, that's they're gonna make an excuse to once this so-called shutdown come upon, they're gonna start implementing that. They gradually trying to bring in that C-hip to those, and then right now we see cars being stolen. We seeing all types of, you know, they gonna make an excuse into doing this stuff. They're gonna make an excuse to just go ahead and roll this shit out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and put in digital things, do this, you know, this technocracy. And that's the times we're gonna come. That's that hour of temptation. You know.
Speaking on those stores, on what you had just said, there was some shit going around. These people, they was putting locks on steaks in the damn store, and they walked up in there and shit.
You said
Yeah, they
locks
put
on
locks
stage.
on
Had the steaks locked up,
Yeah.
chained up and shit.
They had them chained
Like,
up.
damn.
Yeah.
Well, in Salakia, I know somebody who worked at, actually my baby mama, she worked at Target in downtown Chicago. They just set pillows on fire. You feel me? They just set pillows on fire so they could pretty much heal, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They got rid of some of the stuff, but they just,
He's getting tired of that shit.
Yeah, Jake
Shut
been
that
wild
shit
in these
down,
different
man.
states and shit,
Yeah.
going crazy, breaking in all of these stores and shit. That's just another reason for
Reason
Esau to
to
roll
shit
down
down.
on you niggas. And it's gonna be you fucking niggas is the reason Esau come down. So don't weep about it later.
Jay gotta be the
You know?
Jay gotta be the face of civil unrest.
that's right.
Because when these devils make they move, they're gonna hit our neighborhoods first.
Mm-hmm.
Con. You got
Quick
it.
scripture going back to what you was talking about with the Spirit is Matthew 24 and 48. It says 47. No, Salaki 48. But and if that evil servant shall say, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and to drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him to his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right. So, hey, Yahushua, he ain't delayed his coming. You know, a lot of niggas went back into the world because they gave up and lost the faith and the patience and shit. All right, but hey, this is everything. Hey, it's about to be fulfilled. All right, it's not the fact Yahushua, he's on his way. He's on his way coming. So these things have to take place. All right. So for these Edomites to sit up here and say peace and safety and everything is good, prophecy is still being fulfilled.
That's right.
So ain't no delay on the destruction that's coming. Ain't no delay on Yahushua when he come through.
That's right.
All right, and for the people who do feel like that, even Jake, you got Jake's in this truth who went back into the world and all that shit. That the Lord said he's gonna give you your portion with the people of this fucking world, because these people of the world are already doomed for destruction.
Those hands on your hand, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I got some too.
You gotta bring it up.
This is Matthew 25, and I'm gonna start at 21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thy into the joy of thy Lord. Yeah, so yeah, you can't be slothful in the truth, man. If you know you're an Israelite, man, do what's called of you, man. It says, he also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. Yeah, man. So you use what the Lord gave you to the best of your ability, man.
That's right.
His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee a ruler over many things. Thou, Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I know that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in thy earth. Lo, there is thou has that is thine. All right, so hey, you had a slothful servant who the Lord gave talent to, and he didn't do shit with
Like
it, man.
Judas.
Yeah.
Like
He didn't want to do shit, man. Even though he was talented, like that fallout from our camp, goddammit.
Mhm.
A nigga who had a lot of knowledge, but didn't want to apply it.
There's one that teaches many, but it's yet
Profitable
unprofitable
to himself.
So,
His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have strawed not.
I ain't playing with you, man.
You feel me? Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury.
That's right.
Take therefore the talent from him, and give it to him which have 10 talents.
Yeah, nigga, because you don't fucking need it.
You ain't doing shit.
You ain't shit from them, nigga. You getting destroyed. The scripture says it should be weeping and gnashing of teeth about that shit.
For unto everyone that have shall be given, and shall have abundance, but for him that have not shall be taken away, even that which he hath. Alright? And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Exactly.
Alright? So it's a consequence for not using your talents, man.
Painful
Right.
consequence.
Yeah. A hurtful, painful destruction.
Weeping and gnashing of teeth. That means you screaming out for pain. So the Lord ain't fucking playing about his work being done. Yahweh was all about fulfilling the will of Yahweh. Now we are about fulfilling, the will of Yahweh and our big brother Yahweh Shah. Following after those footsteps. If the Lord gave you knowledge of wisdom, understanding of the scriptures, you ought to use that, all right, and help willing the elect and do something for the body. You are now part of the body if you come in the right spirit and the right doctrine. Anything outside of that, man, the Lord is going to fuck niggas up. And the scriptures say that the judgment is going to begin at the house. All right, which the house are the ones who know that they're Israelites.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, and then another thing is, like, you didn't choose this truth, man. This truth chose you. Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai chose you to be a worker in this thing. And this is John 15:16. It says, Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you.
And I what?
Ordained
The
you.
Lord said, I ordained. Somebody can get that word ordained.
So the word ordained goes into the word slakia. It says ordain, make someone or priest or minister.
To make somebody. So the Lord has told you what the fuck to do. He commanded. That's a commandment.
That's right.
You know, he's telling you what the fuck you need to do.
It says conferred holy orders on.
Holy orders.
It says
You go.
confer holy orders on, man. So the Lord, that kind of like the brother said, he commanded you, man. You know, it wasn't nothing that just I just want to go do this and no, man. The Lord commanded you.
The Lord basically said, get the fuck out there.
Exactly.
What the Lord said, I knew you from the womb. All right, and so since before you was even born, the Lord already had a
Get that
plan
scripture
for
out.
you,
Get
man.
that scripture.
Come on, I'm gonna finish this off while you go there. It says that ye shall go and bring forth fruit.
Bring forth fruit, which is symbolic to the knowledge
That's
and
right.
the wisdom.
It says, and that your fruit shall remain.
And that your knowledge and wisdom shall remain and not depart from you.
That whatsoever ye ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you.
That's right. When you ask of the Father in Yahweh's name, he may give it. You got that scripture for him? Come on, brother. Go bring it out.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Yeah, so the Lord said before you were even formed, before you were even sperm in your father said, I knew who you were.
He knew you was a prophet, man.
You were in the spiritual realm. I knew you. You are Israel. You know?
That's right.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
That's right. Before you ever came out of your mother's womb, you were already sanctified through the Spirit, just like Yahweh.
That's right.
You know, he was already sanctified. Just like a lot of the prophets were already sanctified because their whole destiny was to do this work right here. So they were sanctified before they were born to come on the earth and do the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh.
And I ordained
And I ordained thee again. There go that word ordained.
a prophet unto the nations.
I made you spiritually and holy. I made you a prophet unto the nations, man. That's what the Lord has done to brothers through the Spirit. Lord, will it be of that number?
Keep going to the
And just to give an example, it's like, man, the Lord is putting forth his hand to show the love, man. You know how much the Lord love you in order for you to ordain you to do this work, man?
That's only the elect right now.
God.
Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am child. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
yeah. So hey, the Lord, when the Lord ordains you to do something, it don't matter how young you is, what situation, what part of life you in. Hey, the Lord ordained you to be a prophet.
Because how old was Yahweh when he went to the churches? 12 years old. You know, and he told his mother, hey, don't you know I'm about my father's business? He was already in the temples teaching. And at the age of 12, you are a man. You are now a man, you know, in our customs. You know, as a Hebrew Israelite, you're a man.
That's what it is. Period.
That's what it is. And that's what it is. Period.
Fake ass agenda out here.
Yeah, come, brother, come.
You were just a young man.
To keep you in the mindset of a young, a child. Man.
Keep going on.
And that, like I said, remember we were saying we're gonna say I'm finna go to the
Bayah.
Just like he keep you in mind. We used to say we're going to the crib, like a baby crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you learn that from baby. I learned that from baby.
That analogy. That analogy.
Yeah, analogy. You know what I'm saying? So
Jake being a baby boy.
Jake being a baby boy. You can read that in the Willie Lynch letter.
Right.
You got Jake
Dependent.
because we end up being dependent, which is the back.
Right.
Not an ordered household. You know what I'm saying? It was Yahweh shot, man, woman, then going down.
Right.
But we are as boys, we just stay as boys. Stay, that was Esau's witchcraft that make us stay boy. That's why we got his witchcraft in music and his witchcraft in the movies, because you don't see Jake as no superhero, no man, or no family man. You see Esau always fighting for his life, and I gotta my family. I gotta be the head. There's dad. Oh, let's run to dad. Yeah. All in the movies. You see Jake he's scared and timid and a fucking gesture in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Or putting on a dress or some stuff like that. He got that image, that
Weak Jake.
yeah, that
If I'm
system.
not mistaken, that was an actual what Tyrese was reading in Baby Boy. It was an actual study.
Yeah, he said like a scientist.
It was
or
a
some shit
scientist.
like
Yeah, he was talking some real shit for real. So Jake is a fucking. I bet he got the mind of a teenager.
boy.
And that's how Esau.
It's a psychologist.
Yeah,
You know,
psychologist.
You know,
Yeah.
That's basically where they get the Willie Lynch letter.
But that Willie Lynch shit.
They had psychologists at the head of fucking us, fucking Judites up for sure. But fucking us up as psychologists they had hired on to do
Yeah,
shit.
if you keep the mother as the ruler of the house, the son will automatically always feel like he's a child.
Yeah, when you do the history of these like these four what they call pioneers of the psychology where they go to school for psychology, they wicked as fuck, man. You know, they wicked as but they wicked as fuck, man. The origins of the psychologists wicked as fuck.
Yeah,
So
we.
that's why we fucked up. But the origins of them, they started off as having slaves, and they that's how they broken us. Now they buck breaking our people in the movies and in the society now. But I just wanted to go into that.
And then you can see that with a nigga too. Like you'll talk to a nigga who 2021, a nigga, and then you talk to a nigga who 35, 36. Them niggas think exactly the fuck the same, man. Like all them years and a nigga ain't aged none, man.
That's why the only way to become and shake from that is be in this truth. Follow, righteous acts. That's why Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 and 13, the whole duty of man, because we won't know no manhood outside of these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And the duty of man is being a man to his son is teaching his son how to survive. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom and how giving that wisdom knowledge to be stable in the times to come. You know what I'm saying? Bring it out.
God. This 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child." All right, that we were just talking about. Jake still speak. He's 35, but he'll still speak like he fucking 17 because he haven't mentally grew. All right, and I understood as a child. So that's Jake. He understand as a child. He don't really understand as what it's like to be a man of the Lord, because he never had the true account of what a man was really supposed to be a Yahweh Shah. So you following after Jeezy, Gotti, all these type of niggas, they got the mind of a fucking child for real. It says, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, how do you become a man? Hey, putting on that righteousness, man. Putting off the old man, which is that childish nigga, putting on the new man, which is that full-grown man through the Spirit.
Gird up thy loins.
Yep, gird up thy loins like a man. And says, I put away childish things. So that's all a part of manhood, is be putting away the shit that you just did as a child, man. But Jake can't seem to do that. Jake want to stay stuck in his ways and fuck around and, 30 years old at the club. Well, I ain't gonna say 30, that's, you know what I'm saying? 40, 45, and they'll still be out there kicking it, drinking late night, you know what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing wrong with that either through the Spirit, but you can tell how the characteristics of Jake, man.
Right. He just
not a
just
man.
conditioned into how this world taught him how to be a man. Paying bills. They think that getting a woman and shit. I mean, you just growing and being a man, which it ain't.
Yeah, they think that's the part that's covered.
Yeah,
I got my woman, I got my children, I got my kids, all that shit count, brother. But a stud can have the same shit. That don't make her a fucking man.
That's right. Basically, being a man is discipline, morals,
The whole dude.
you know what I'm saying? And the discipline comes to, you got to have discipline in a light, in a world full of people that have no accountability, lazy, no real type of order. So you got to have you got to have morals, which is the diet, the way you think, the way you deal with brethren, the way you deal with women. You got to have all this as being a man, and that's in these scriptures, man.
It's the natural order of the way Yahweh Shah set things to be, man.
You'll be a man in a household with a woman, and she running you. But in the scriptures, it don't say that. It say man is the head of woman. Yahweh Shah is the head of man, man is the head of woman. So it's like, if you don't know that and not living by that, you're bound to deal with how the devil in society is doing. And that's not being a man. You know what I'm saying? But I got a precept. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. But put on the whole armor of God, Yahweh. Meaning follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and have the strong faith, pray for faith, pray and watch, be around brethren, be in that spirit. You know, and if the spirit's there, you put on the whole armor. That means study by so approved. You know what I'm saying? Be diligent in this. You know what I'm saying? And not just knowing, be diligent in this. Walk this. Eat, sleep, breathe this. Put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And the wiles of the devil is pretty quite evil and childish. You know what I'm saying? The evil and childish, the wiles of the devil is pretty. If you see Jake being childish and all in his wicked childish ways and the wicked wisdom, he's deep off into the wiles of the devil. He ain't got no defenses or no principles or no discipline or none of that stuff through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So you won't stand. So you can be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, right? The principle thing. That's what goes into your morals. It's a principles thing, man. You know, we wrestle against that, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. So that goes with that psychology in the spirit. They hitting us with the music vibrations. They hitting us all types of ways to be away from being a man of the Lord. You know, being away from having that armor of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be, because when they see Jake in the wickedness, Jake is fair game with these heathens. Jake can be controlled, but when Jake is in righteousness, Jake has his power of the Lord protecting him. That's when the angels is around him and protecting him through any type of thing. That's why I said we wrestle against it. You want to have all the armor in your arsenal through the Spirit to be able to fight against this devil, man, and all his angels. Right. You know, and that's all part of being a man, to stay alive, life. That's all part of being a man of the Lord. You know, therefore take on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. So you want to be able to put it on, man. Put it on, man. Put on all that whole armor. By putting on that whole armor is being engulfed in the spirit, right, among the brethren, always being fruitful, doing your work. You know what I'm saying? That's what putting on that whole armor of the Lord is. Like I said, be in sync with the Lord as best you can, so he could be in sync through the time of the day of evil, like they say, to be able to withstand in the day of the evil day, and having done all to stand. So you have done all to stand. Do it. You done as much as you can, so you can be able to withstand this stuff.
I have finished my course.
You know what I'm saying? Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. What is it? Go to somebody, get that, gird up thy loins like a man. Somebody get that. You know? So I can have my loins girt about with truth. That's be a man. Stand up like a man. If you out here being a wicked Mo, you don't have your you don't have your defenses up. Right. You're gonna fall for what this wicked world got to offer. If you out here being a whoremonger of these spirits and stuff like that, like you want to be a man of the earth, or these weird Muslim and stuff like that, you don't have your guard up really. You just wasting time and with the other with idolatry of many different things. So it's like gird up thy. Anybody got it?
I got it.
Bring it up.
Job chapter 38 verse 3. Gird up thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me.
That's a command. That's a command that I would demand you to gird up thy loins. Put that whole armor. We at war. The whole armor. What warriors and these knights have? They have armor.
To the word gird.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Bring it up. On to that word, the etymology word gird. It says to gird oneself, put on a belt.
Yeah, gird up. Like the house shot. Gird up. You know what I'm saying? To go, now the Lord's telling us, hey, gird your shit up. You be ready, be ready for war. Yeah, be ready. Spiritually.
And part of that being you gotta be on your square, man. Because if you don't, the devil gonna hit you with them jabs and the left hook and all that stuff. The devil gonna hit you. You wanna be like, not today. Not today. Like Job could have, like that. You gotta know that that's how Satan coming. Like how Job coming. You can't met Job.
Even when Satan tried to tempt Yahweh shot what? he was coming at him with the scriptures. The Lord was throwing shit right back out.
Yeah,
Nigga,
because-
boop. That's
yeah.
fuck. Boop.
Because,
Fuck what you talking about?
Satan know the scriptures also.
Yes, yeah.
So he was trying to use this, make them bow down and all that.
What's symbolic what these niggas can't get is the same way Esau tried to use the scriptures against us in the present day.
Right, and we tear his ass, boop, 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? So
And he played. He hope you. And Esau, when he do come up to you, he hoping you not girded up.
mm-hmm.
He hoping you not breath. Like I ain't finished the part.
Go ahead.
Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having the breastplate of righteousness. He hoping you ain't got your breastplate on, so he can hit you with this bullshit. So he can hit you with them buttery words. They know they got the buttery words. Then you see the thing. When the black woman was talking to them two white women. It's like when everything happens to us, you guys get to crying, and then we're patting your back for some reason. You know what I'm saying? White women. When white women cry, everybody, oh, you know, we patting y'all back for some reason. When really y'all the ones is the real killers. Like y'all the ones did it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the tears. You know, basically, we won't know the difference. They know Jake is forgiving and weak.
Passion.
You know, John 3:16 type of.
Jake just naturally
You know what I'm saying?
naturally compassionate.
And we no, but the thing is, when you on that, we love everybody. You ain't got nothing girded up. You ain't got no armor on. When you on that type of spirit, you know.
But you know what's so fucked up about Jake? All these other nations, Jake compassionate with except for themselves.
Yeah.
Then that evil eye come out, man.
That's the curses.
That's the curse.
And that Stockholm syndrome from being in slavery.
Yeah, it's not
I'm saying.
syndrome.
And like you said, that breastplate of right, the scripture say the breastplate of righteousness. And when you put on righteousness, the scripture say that the Lord and those angels that protection around you. The angels are kept around those that fear. When you actually fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he keep the angels around to protect you. But you know, when you're not putting on that righteousness, you make a way for the enemy to come in and to get you. That's how the enemy business, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you lacking, you ain't putting on righteousness, and so the Lord, he ain't gonna be with you if he see that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, deep. That's deep.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's another thing that came to mind. It's, the scripture say, when a man's ways pleases the Lord, he maketh his enemy to be at peace with him.
Yeah.
So the fact that we put on that righteousness, you got all type of spirits that the Lord be putting on the other nations just to fuck with us.
Yeah.
In a way. So, even the nations see Jacob be like, man, fuck these niggas, man. We just want y'all money. Even though they'll see you being in the spirit, they'll look out for you and do different things. All brothers can attest to that shit. The nations be trying to fuck with us for real.
That's right. Yeah, that's that light shining, man. That's right.
Mhm.
You know, because these other nations, they can tell the difference.
Hey, the scripture say, let the light shine
Definitely tell the difference.
before all men. You feel me?
In their mind, they know like me.
They dip, you know?
You should be leading this whole world.
You know, you ain't no.
I done heard Edomite say shit
I
like
really,
that.
I really would like to serve you.
The nations even know they'd rather be under our rulership than the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? They understand that shit.
That's right.
But you ain't got that armor of the Lord. Going back to that armor of the Lord. This is how we prepare, because the title of that's prepare for what. This is how we prepare.
Yeah.
As for you niggas, you got the mind of the worldly prepared to get the Glocks ready and load up the drums and all that shit.
Well, we in this month.
Doomsday prepping.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, to be carnal minded is death.
That's right.
But to be spiritually minded, that's life and peace.
That's right. And we dwelling in the mindset of this right here, man. This is Sirach 2:1. Look at verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." So we understand that we will be tempted in the times that we're living in, man. We understand that this devil gonna come with us with all he got, man. Even these other nations, man.
No, they gonna try to tempt.
That's right. They
They
gonna try.
people say, in that time that they might even try to deceive the very elect. They gonna try, but they not if it was possible, but it ain't possible to deceive the elect.
Because of this right here, we set our heart aright and constantly endure it, man. That's what we look to. That's our defense, man. Of constantly enduring and setting our heart upon Yahweh Shai and making no haste in the time of trouble. We're not too quick to just, hey man, let me go grab a blicky, man, or let me just defend myself with this damn devil or anybody else in the carnal ascent. We use the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shai, because we know this, and it's gonna be the last of this. It's just cleaving to him and departing out of the way. that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Because we know, even after all that they try to do to us, you know, that Yahweh Hashem Shai, he had a promise with us, man. He's gonna increase us from all of the hurtful works, man. You know, and this is actually one more scripture. Let me grab this. Is Revelation 3 and verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation."
They keep you away from the hour of temptation.
Yeah, kind of keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall you kind of bring me up with that, which shall come upon all the world, to which them to try them, which will upon the earth, man. You know that, hey, man.
The Lord said He gonna keep us away from this, you know, the shit that's to come, man. You know, this devil want us to, hey, they gonna go to the shutdown and all this shit that we already know because we, of course, watching, you know, we being diligent and enduring. But hey, man, we got faith in the things that haven't been seen, man. You know, we gotta.
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. And it says, "There have no temptation taken you, but as much is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful,
That's right.
who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it."
And why the Lord not gonna have you to go through that? It's because you kept the word of His patience, man. That's the whole thing, is to keep the word of the patience, man. You know, constantly endure, do the work. You know, let your action, let your light shine, of course, but let your action be shown not through words, but through actions. You know.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, the Lord know what you can handle and what you can't handle. Every brother is given their own measure of faith.
That's right. You know, you just gotta constantly stand on your part, man.
Everything the devil put in front of you, pass that test.
You know, like you say, man. Yahweh Shai, he went through these things, man. No servant is greater than his master. You know, we gotta constantly be reminded of that, man. You know, so fuck the time that's to come, man. Whatever happen, gonna happen, but you gotta
She's the last scripture.
endure, man. You gotta,
James chapter 1, verse 12. "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life,
Right.
which the Lord hath promised to them that love him."
That's right.
Right.
And what's love? To be fruitful and to follow him.
This
and
is
keep
the
his
love.
commandments. Fear him and keep his
Fear
commandments.
and love. There you go.
You know
Keep
what I'm
his
saying?
command.
You know, keep the commandments. That's the love of the Lord. So
That's right.
with that, I'm gonna give all praises and glory
To
to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kakodash. Double honest, that was a great millstone who ruled well. Hope everybody the elect was edified. Shalom.
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 Shalom.